So I recently posted about my favorite part of Peru, which was learning about Saint Rose of Lima, and I talked all about that in a video already. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely check out that video. But I also wanted to share about some of the traditional candy from Peru, as well as fruit from Peru that might be available in other countries, but certainly aren't available in the US. So I wanted to share about them in case you are going to Peru. I know at least one of you who watches my channel is going to Peru soon, and some of you mentioned that you hope to go to Peru one day. Anyway, the first thing that I want to talk about is turrón. If you Google turrón, a European nougat comes up, but Peruvian turrón has a deeply Catholic history, and I just love it, and it's a delicious treat. It is high in saturated fat and high in sugar, so not something you can eat all the time, but a special treat. So the history of this Peruvian turrón started in 1655. There was a major earthquake in downtown Lima, and much of the city was destroyed, but miraculously the wall of a church, La Iglesia de las Nazarenas, one wall of this church miraculously remained untouched, and it was the wall that had a beautiful painting of Christ on it. And that picture has been reproduced all throughout Peru. I saw it all over the place just driving around. And this earthquake and miracle happened in October. So every October, it's on October 18th, there's the procession of the Lord of Miracles, El Señor de los Milagros. And the whole month is actually celebrated, the whole month of October. It's called the Purple Month, El Mes Morado. So many pilgrims would come to Lima and thank God for this miracle of this wall somehow standing when everything around it was destroyed from this earthquake. And they would also ask for more miracles. One of these pilgrims was Josefa Marmanillo, and she had a disease that wasn't fully understood, and her arms were paralyzed. I think that I read that her legs were paralyzed as well. And she went to Lima in October for this procession, and she was miraculously healed. And she was also known as Doña Pepa. And so if you go to Peru, you will see Doña Pepa. It's a candy, as well as Doña Pepa Turrón, because once she was healed, to celebrate her miraculous healing, you know, in addition to thanking God, of course, I read that she had in a dream to make a pastry to celebrate this healing, and, you know, it became a huge tradition in Peru. Like, all of my in-laws love eating turrón. Okay, so turrón, what is it? It's basically layers of pastry sticks, and when you eat it, it crumbles in your mouth. And it's a really messy, sticky dessert because the pastry sticks are covered in a syrup and then covered with candy. And when I asked my husband, you know, what's in this syrup? It's so delicious. He said cane sugar and fig leaves and cloves and all kinds of spices that you Americans don't know about. I looked up some recipes and they vary, but generally it is cane sugar, fruit, and spices. So let me read some of the ingredients to give you an idea. So the syrup is often consisting of molasses, orange rind, cloves, the quince fruit, which is in the pear family, but as far as I know, we don't have that fruit in the US, cinnamon, fig leaves, sometimes honey, and cane syrup. It is really good, really sweet. I'm excited to open this one with my husband. We do have one open, but there's hardly any left in this Tupperware. So here it is. It's very crummy, messy, but you see the syrup falling off of the spoon. So sweet, so good. I wanted to tell you all about it because October is coming And there are recipes, I'll link some below if you want to try to make turrón. I believe you can buy turrón online. The only time I ever eat it is when my husband's relatives visit us or we visit them. I think that's just because my husband and my relatives are particular about the brand. But yeah, October's coming, so if you want to teach your kids about the amazing Peruvian miracles, you can make or buy turrón, and it could be a really fun thing for you to do. Turrón used to only be sold in October, but now it's sold year-round. Okay, that brings me to Doña Pepa. I have loved Doña Pepa way before I even knew about the miraculous Catholic story behind it. I think it's so awesome that Peru has candy that is very popular, and if you look up the history behind the candy, you will learn about Catholicism. So candy bringing people to God, amazing. So when you open a pack of Doña Pepa, you'll get 2 thin cookies covered in chocolate and sprinkles. So good. I love Doña Pepa because it's so crunchy. It's very satisfying. Also, if you've been with me on my channel for a while, you'll know that I've been gluten-free for a long time, but I'm eating gluten right now. If you want to know why, just let me know. It's kind of a long story, and I can share my gluten health story with you. The next sweet I want to share with you is maná, and maná is the Spanish word for manna, you know, from the Old Testament. This, however, is not anything like manna, you know, in the desert that the Israelites ate, because the manna in the desert was given by God and it sustained them for years. This is just a sweet treat that will not, I'm sure, would not sustain you for years, but it's delicious, and it was created by Peruvian nuns in colonial times. It sort of tastes like marzipan, but smoother. It consists of evaporated milk, sugar, and eggs. They're so delicious and so cute. They're typically, you know, rolled into different shapes and dyed to look like fruits. So this one looks like a peach or an apricot. It's so smooth and sweet. It's just happiness in a little ball. Love it. Anyway, if you go to a party in Peru for someone's baptism, wedding, birthday, they will likely have maná. My husband and I were also gifted some chocolates from Chocolates Murli. We love them so much. We've divided them into 2 bags so that I don't eat any of his portion and he doesn't eat any of mine. I have their Facebook page linked below. If you go to Peru, check them out. They have a lot of delicious products, but we got these little sweets. They almost look like little cigars. This one is chocolate and this one's dulce de leche. I love them both, but I'm in the mood for dulce de leche right now. I think it's covered in coconut flakes. I don't know, it's just delicious. So good. It's like a crunchy wafer rolled and filled with dulce de leche or chocolate, covered in chocolate, and dusted or rolled in coconut. So good. My husband and I also love these toffees. We often get this assorted flavored box with chocolate, coconut orange, Brazil nut, and vanilla. His family gave me a bag of just the chocolate. So good, really soft and chewy. Love them. So my husband really likes these hard candies, cocorocos. I've never tried them before because I'm not really into hard candies. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little chicken on there. Looks like it's kind of in the shape of a drop, like a lemon drop maybe. I really like that. Oh my goodness, this is good. I've been missing out. Cocorocos. FYI, I may be mispronouncing a lot of things in this video. I'm not sure. My husband's not here right now, so sorry about that. Okay, next I want to talk about lucuma. Lucuma is a fruit available in Peru that I have never seen in the US unless it's like in ice cream form or frozen at like a Peruvian chicken place or something. Anyway, I love lucuma. The flavor is just different and good. I just like it. So if you are ever in Lima, get like lucuma ice cream. It's so delicious. We were able to bring back some lucuma chocolates. These are like Peruvian power berries. You know, Trader Joe's sells power berries. They're dark chocolate covered, freeze-dried lucuma. And we get these from the airport in Lima. So good. Lucuma is a little grainy, but I just love the flavor. I don't know how to explain it. It's like trying to explain what a pear tastes like. You know, does it taste like an apple? No, it doesn't taste like an apple, but it's delicious. I can't think of anything that lucuma tastes like. It's just a different fruit. I have more candy that I can't try for you. Sublime. Well, I call it sublime. It's probably sublime. It has peanut, so I can't eat it, as well as this princesa. You might consider these if you like peanut. Okay, on to the fruit. So do not try to bring fruit from one country to another. That is illegal. And there are often trained dogs in the airports to sniff your bags to make sure that you're not doing this. But in addition to candy, like this lucuma candy, you can bring jams, preserves, jams, jellies. You can bring this from one country to another in your checked baggage, not carry-on, because I think they would take this away as too much liquid. This is maracuya and papaya jam. Maracuya is passion fruit, and we do have passion fruit in the US. I've seen it, you know, like passion fruit cookies, something like that. But in Peru, it is just abundant. There is maracuya, like the actual fruit. You can order a maracuya like smoothie. Ooh. That is so good. I love passion fruit. It's so strong and tropical. Delicious. And papaya is really good for you, I've read. Papaya is also abundant in Peru. Fruit in general, all these fruits that are not available in the US are just abundant. And fruits that we do have in the US are just so abundant that they'll be available in more forms than we're used to. The first time I went to Peru, on the plane, I was offered like passion fruit and pear and peach juice. I was like, wow, oh sure, I'd love to have some peach juice. It was delicious. You know, we have peaches in the US, but I guess it's not so abundant that we juice it that often, or it'll be a little expensive to have peach juice. We typically just have apple and orange juice. You know, I love apples and oranges, but I just felt so like spoiled that I could have peach juice or pear juice on a plane. Which brings me to fruit in Peru that is not available in the US. So let's go back in time to my trip. Figs are plentiful and inexpensive in Peru. This fig tree is just across the street from my aunt's house. I've picked figs from this tree before, but yeah, in the US, figs can be a little expensive, but not in Peru. Yeah.
Ya pues decían que se estaba haciendo hielo, estaba vacío.
Chirimoya. Aquí hay chirimoya. Mmm. Bien rico. Las granadillas, un montón de las granadillas. Aquí tengo una granadilla. You eat the inside of a granadilla. See the seeds? Ooh. Mmm. It's chewy and crunchy. It's like a liquidy, gooey fruit center with crunchy seeds. I've been dumping this whole thing in my oatmeal every morning. So delicious. Delicioso. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and until next time, bye.